This week on the Double Feature, I want to talk about two of our favorite movies that hopefully, if you watch them back to back, you get to watch them in a little bit different context. Of course, those movies are No Country for Old Men and Night of the Hunter. So on the surface, these movies do look pretty similar, and they do make a pretty obvious pairing. But one thing that is important to watch in both of these movies is how they portray evil, right? And specifically, how we view evil as we get older. So Night of the Hunter from 1955, directed by Charles Laughton, is great. It was shot and made in such a way that it actually really pushed the boundaries of the Hays Code at the time, with some really suggestive imagery. But the most important thing to keep in mind is that we're watching this movie from the perspective of a child. And through this kid's eyes, we see a very childlike portrayal of good and evil. So this movie follows the story of Henry Powell, an ex-con who learns from his cellmate about $10,000 that was hidden. So he kills that cellmate, then masquerades as a reverend, then marries the cellmate's gullible widow, and then goes on a hunt for this money. So it's this plot to secure this ill-gotten fortune through seduction and manipulation, and along the way it can get downright ridiculous, but it is always menacing, the exact way a child sees bad guy adults.
Speak. Speak or I'll cut your throat and leave you to drip like a hog hung up in butchering time.
So there's this naive message woven throughout the story that evil will always fall to good, right? Good will always win out. And we would all love for real life to be that way. But as the Coen brothers point out in No Country for Old Men, reality is anything but childlike. So in No Country for Old Men, you've got Lewin Moss, who's just your average Texan, who stumbles across a drug deal gone bad and winds up walking away with a briefcase full of $2 million. Now, one half of that drug deal sends the ever-menacing and clearly unstoppable Anton Chigurh, the most stone-faced killer of all time. He gets sent to go retrieve the $2 million at all costs. So here, like the Reverend Henry Powell, we've got this unstoppable force of evil. But unlike Night of the Hunter, the Terminator-like Anton Chigurh is left unchecked in the face of good. He gets away with it. And sure, the Coen brothers add a little modern twist in having main characters get killed off, but frankly, the course of events in No Country for Old Men feels like something that could have shown up on the local news in Texas. I'm from Texas, I can say that. And that's the takeaway here. No Country for Old Men is basically the same story as Night of the Hunter, but instead of the childlike sort of black and white view of good versus evil, you've got a more adult view of the world where evil can actually win, and morality is often compromised and not what you think in the first place. So that's the double feature for this weekend. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below, and as always, like and subscribe to CineFix for more movie stuff, and I'll see you next time.